Hello guys, so this is another tutorial for Carry Me Ohio. I know I just did one last week, but I did get a request, thank you for that by the way, to make a sort of more beginner version. So if you are here looking for how to play the song in kind of like the original way it was played on the track, I'll link that video in the bio because this is like a beginner version. But with this still, you can still play along to the actual song and it will sound similar enough. And as always, if you have requests for covers, tutorials, some other sort of video, let me know and I will try my best to make those. Okay, so this is going to be in standard tuning as opposed to the, I think it was in DAD, GAD, like the original version. So you're going to put your guitar in standard, probably you already have it in standard tuning, put a capo on the 4th fret. Not too many chords in this, so pretty much the whole song other than the chorus, there's 3 chords. It starts on a E minor, and I'm adding in, I think it's like, it would make it like an E minor 7th. So what I'm doing is if you play your regular E minor chord here, you don't have to do this, but I think it just sounds more similar to the actual song. If you take these fingers, your ring and your pinky, and then you put them on the last 2 strings, okay, of the 3rd fret, so, and then you add that in with your E minor, so it sounds like, this is an E minor 7, I think. That is what I'm playing on this. So it starts out, and if that's too challenging or whatever, that's totally fine. Just take these out. I'm just going to show it to you with this. All you have to do is remove them. Anyways, so you're going to start on that. And then your next chord, it's like a D7, I think, a variation of D. You just pick up these 2 fingers. You leave these 2 where they are. And then you put your pointer down on where it would normally go for a regular D, on the B string on the 2nd fret. So it's going to sound like that. So we got, and then we're going to go to a G. And notice if you choose to include these fingers like in the 7th chords, you don't ever have to move them in the verse, which is nice. So again, E minor 7 or regular E minor if that's hard, D7 or regular D if that's too hard, and then just to a G. So it's going to sound like, sorry that I could never love you back, I could never care enough these last days. Now, there's a lot of different things you could do with the strumming pattern here. You could do kind of the original, like, which is just where you kind of pick the top strings and then you do a little strum at the bottom. You could just do kind of bigger strums, like, up to you. You know, there's a lot of variations you can do with this. If you want to, this is a little more difficult, but not super difficult. If you want to get in that bass line of like, that you hear in the song, when you're on the G chord here, basically what you would do is strum, and all we're doing there is picking up this, so you do a strum of the regular G, then pick up your middle finger, and then take your ring finger, and then just stick it 1 fret back on the 2nd fret of the E, and then strum that, so it would be like, so what that would sound like, and it's just a little more similar to the original. Again, you don't have to do that, but like, sorry that I could never love you back, I could never care enough these last days. You hear that? Okay. And that repeats all the way through the whole verse. That's all you play. And you don't have to, again, you don't have to do that if it's gonna confuse you. Just play G all the way through. And then the only part where it changes is the chorus, and it doesn't change too much. So we start again on that E minor, and then we go, or E minor 7, if you want to add that in, and then we go to that D7, and then instead of going to the G, we go to a C, add 9. I think this is the name. I could totally be getting the names of these chords wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is C add 9. So it's exactly the same as a G, except you're just scooting these 2 fingers down a string each. So it's open, then third, then second, then open, then third, third. So what that would sound like is heal her soul, carry her, and then the my angel. On that part, we're gonna do an F. If you don't want to play a barred F, I actually think this kind of little F variation sounds better, where you put your pointer finger on the first fret of the second to last string, the G, I guess, and then you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to put it 1 string below that, 1 fret in front of that, so the 2nd fret. So, and then it almost looks like you're making a C, except we don't have that gap there. So then you're going to take these last 2 fingers and stack them on top of each other, almost like you're doing an E minor, but up 1 fret on the 3rd fret. So it's all together. It's gonna be open, then third, second. Sorry, open, third, second, first, open. That last E string is open here. So that's our chord, and the way that that's similar to an F, like regular bar chord, it's basically the same thing, except we're not getting those last 2 F notes in that you would normally get in with a bar. But I actually think this sounds better in this context. So to review, it would be wait, there we go. Heal her soul, carry her, my angel, and then back to the C add 9. Oh, hi, and then so in that whole thing, let me do it quickly for you. So it's like, oh, hi, oh, and we end on that E minor. So basically, the switch between this F, then to the C, and then to the G is pretty fast. So and on the G, I'm adding in that, because on the high, see how it matches the notes that you're singing? High, like that. Again, you don't have to do that. If it's easier, you can just do the G all the way through, but I think it sounds nice to add that in that bass note, and it makes it a little more similar to the original. Okay, let me try and do that whole thing slower. Just the chorus part, so it would be heal her soul, carry her, my angel, oh, high, oh. Okay, one more time. Heal her soul, carry her, my angel, oh, high, oh. So at full speed, it would be like, I'm always getting the note wrong there. Heal her soul, carry her, my angel, oh, high, oh. And then it would go right back into the verse thing where, so you E minor, D, and then back to the G. And then go back into the verse, whatever it is. Green, green, what about the sweetness? So you get the idea. Okay, I hope that made sense. But yeah, that's the whole song, and it's in the pretty much, I think it's the same key like as the track. So if you want to play along with that and kind of work on getting the timing right and everything, you can do that with this. Just remember capo on the 4th fret. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.